Well, things did change. I think, well, in the UK, things did change because there was a greater attempt for racial integration. After the riots in the early 80s in Liverpool, in Handsworth, Handsworth and Bristol, we had race riots in the UK, and a lot of it was brought about because a lot of the young punks identified with mainly the black people, and there was a definite attempt to integrate and to share their worries and their problems. So, and that came about from the punk thing in the late 70s.
You're talking about a social change.
Yeah, social change.
How people, as in communities, as in people themselves, stop looking at each other.
I mean, in the late 70s, yeah, in the late 70s, a lot of the punks and a lot of the bands, including ourselves, tried playing a bit of reggae, tried identifying, and we made an attempt to reach out.
Oh, that was the idea.
Well, you know, when you appreciate a style of music, for instance, it is an attempt to reach out to the culture which is producing that music.
No, and you identify. You mean then?
Well, there was the Jamaican. Well, we tried a few reggae type things.
Did you do any collaborations with any of?
What we did do.
Did you do any live gigs with?
Yeah, we did very much. Yeah, we in fact we took on our third tour, Black and White tour.
Okay. That was back in the
78.
Okay.
We took a band called Still Pulse with us on the road with us, and they became friends. Still Pulse were quite a radical reggae band from the middle of England, in Handsworth. In fact, their first album was called Handsworth Revolution. And one concert in particular, I remember, they were in their part of England, and they were getting booed or ignored by the predominantly white audience. And we were incensed by this, and we came on stage in the middle of their concert, and we told the audience that these people were our guests, and if they had a problem with that, we would wait for them round the side and talk to them about it. And after that, it was cool, and they actually thanked us on their second album, and that was some kind of rapprochement.
Even then, when there was, what I realize now, even then, when things were open to change, you had to you had to tell people that this is like this. Don't do it, and don't ignore it, or just open up your head.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And so you
accept it. If not accept it, at least give it a try, you know.
Absolutely. So I think music in that context, it did help. It didn't change things completely, but it did put people in a certain direction.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree. Even though I wasn't born then, I agree.
You weren't born then?
Yes, I was just a bambino.
Back in the 70s. I met a friend yesterday who was, I think, 12 years old, back in '85,
right,
when you were in Rock in Athens.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I do remember Rock in Athens. It was exciting for lots of different reasons. I have some abiding memories of that period because I met Melina Mercouri backstage, who was a charming lady, and I think she was the Minister of Culture.
She was the Minister of Culture.
Yeah,
it was her idea to.
Really,
it was the first. It was the first, and people think it's still the best two-day festival that ever was produced in Greece.
Well, I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, I don't know about others, but all I do know was the atmosphere was very intense. There were The Cure, there was Depeche Mode, The Clash, Boy George. I remember Boy George being booed off stage.
She also got they were throwing bottles.
Yeah, they were booed and bottled off stage. Yeah, and
what a fucking shame.
What else? I remember looking behind me, because I could see some ash. It was 80,000 people in the old Olympic Stadium, and suddenly I saw little bits of ash floating down in the sky, and I turned around, and previously I'd been able to see the Acropolis in the distance, but then during the concert I couldn't see the Acropolis anymore because there was this huge column of smoke, black smoke. And
I think there was some
it was a police car on fire, a police car on fire. And behind, backstage, there was this kind of a barricade, a stockade, you know, wall. And I looked over this wall, because I could hear noise and everything, and there was a huge riot. There were many, many thousands of, I don't know what they call them, anarchists or something, but they wanted to come in for free. They wanted free music, right? And of course...
it's what we call how do we call them here in Greece? Against authority.
Oh, right, anarchists.
Yeah, it's anarchists have violence.
Oh, right.
These are the ones that believe in the violence as well.
Right.
But anyway, yeah.
Well, so that was going on, and I could see some of the members of different bands.
We call it do.
Do.
Yeah, they tried to do. They cannot do. They did do to get in the stadium.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, the doers were trying to get in the stadium, but it was already full. And I remember some of the bands hiding under the stage and shitting themselves, and I thought this was very funny. I thought it was quite exciting. And I wanted to get back to my hotel, which is the Hilton Hotel, about 1 or 2 kilometers.
Yeah. It's
on the same road.
Yeah, okay.
So I had to get back there, and I wanted to go through the crowd of fighting and everything. So I asked anyone if they wanted to come with me. And no one, only one person wanted to come with me. It was the girl, the bass player from a French band called Telephone.
Okay.
So she came with me in this car, and we drove through. The car was being rocked from side to side.
Well,
it was good fun.
Cool.
Did you protect with your?
No, I just sat in the. I sat in the car shitting myself.
thinking why the fuck did I do this?
It was exciting.
Whose idea was
It was
this?
exciting.
What do we expect from you for tonight, sir?
Always expect the unexpected.
Okay, well, give us a bit of an unexpected preview.
Old, new, fast, slow, angry, mellow, quiet, loud, sexy, nasty,
intellectual,
yeah,
aggressive,
incredibly
melodic.
Are you in the mood?
Are you in the mood for a good concert?
Always.
For love.
Always in the mood.
I'm in the mood for love.
No, it's I'm in the mood for love. A chaka. Simply because you're near me. I'm in the mood for love.
Nice.
Heaven is in
I'm
your
excited.
eyes. For as the stars we're under. Well, is it any wonder? Yeah, we're in the fucking mood.
Okay, good. Give me a number. Give me 2 numbers from 1 to 8.
5.
5 is
3.
1, 2, 3. Sisi Nikitopoulou. It's a girl. Sisi is coming
That's good.
Sissy,
And,
that sounds good to me.
Hey, Sissy.
And Christos Georgiadis. These 2 people are coming backstage to meet you tonight.
It's a pleasure to meet them.
And I wanna thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking me out drinking last night as well. That was very good. I was very drunk. That was a very enjoyable evening. So thank you.
Yeah, Farisopoli.
I will not regret this in my head because I remember a great night from last night. But my body, is trying to
protesting.
Yeah, it's protesting now.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you do this?
That happens when you get to a certain age, man. It doesn't get any easier, you know. I tell you,
I'm only
don't
15,
from
man. Okay, then we'll see you tonight. Hopefully, no, hopefully.
Well, we'll be there.
We're looking forward to a great show, to a great evening.
We'll be there.
Yep.
Αυτή ήταν η Ζαν Ζακ και ο Μπάζ από τους Stranglers. Σήμερα το βράδυ θα βρίσκονται στην σκηνή του κλειστού γηπέδου του Απόλλωνα. Μικρόφωνο και επιλογή της μουσικής για τις προηγούμενες 2 ώρες εδώ στο Mojo Radio για τους 107 και 7, Χρήστος Ηλίμπερης. Θα τα πούμε τη Δευτέρα τώρα, γιατί αύριο καλή συνέχεια.